LisaB, your local neighborhood realtor. And when you're buying and selling a home, those contracts can get very complicated. So I'm putting together a series of videos so that you can help better understand exactly what's going on in those contracts. If you find this information valuable, go ahead, hit the like button, show us a little love, and hit the subscribe button. We'd love to hear from you, so leave a comment, and we really appreciate all of your support as we're building this channel. So today we're going to be talking about occupancy. What exactly is it, and how are we going to write that into the purchase agreement when we're writing an offer? So what occupancy means is that, let's say we write an offer and we're going to close in 30 days. Any point past that would be giving the seller occupancy so that they can extend their time in the house. Now, you can give a maximum up to 60 days of occupancy. Otherwise, it then puts you into an entirely new contract as a tenant-landlord situation. Keeping the occupancy under 60 days protects both the buyer and the seller from having to come up with additional contracts. Now, with the occupancy, depending on how competitive a market it is, you might want to give them a free occupancy, or you could use what's called pity. If you do decide to charge the seller an occupancy rate, how we calculate this is using what's called pity. This is going to be your mortgage payment. So your payment, insurance, taxes, and interest. So we combine all of that and divide it by the number of days in the month, so 30, 31. And then what you're going to do is come up with your daily rate. Let's just say, as the buyer, you decide to give the seller 30 days of free occupancy, and then you're going to charge them a daily rate for an additional 30 days. This would give the seller incentive to move out sooner. If they move out in 30 days, they don't pay anything. If they go into that next 30 days, again, they're only going to be charged for the number of days that they use. So let's say they're for 6 weeks. They get 30 days free. Then they're going to be paying a daily rate for those next 2 weeks that they're using. If they use the full 60 days, then they would be charged that daily rate for 30 of those days. So a seller can move out at any point in time during this occupancy period. They don't need to take up all of the days. So if the seller does not take up all of the occupancy time, this is great news for you because you're going to get your keys sooner and be able to move into your new home. Occupancy can be a little bit tricky. Most purchase agreements only have a small paragraph that defines what the occupancy rate is. Now, here at Keller Williams, we actually had attorneys develop a 3-page document. This protects both the buyer and the seller during this time period because you have closed on a house that you own, but you're not living there. So, for instance, whose insurance kicks in? If there's a problem, say the toilet's back up, who is paying for that? So our document clarifies all of this. Now keep in mind, most companies do not have an occupancy document like this. It can be risky offering occupancy, but know that you are going to be protected. Again, we have a document in place to help protect you as the buyer. If you want to know a little bit more about what this occupancy addendum is, feel free to reach out. I'd love to sit down with you and talk to you in a lot more detail about exactly what this document is and how it protects both you as the buyer and the seller.